Don't forget, you can listen to good things. We are streaming live over at supertalk.fm. We're also streaming from that SuperTalk Mississippi app. We hope you downloaded that. You can always find us on that local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. And don't forget, too, you can watch us on SuperTalk TV. That's on your computer or your mobile device. And today we get to learn about Mission Okolona, which is a great organization. They're working for the residents of Okolona and the surrounding communities. Joining us is Mr. Oliver Johnson. He is the project's director and board member for Mission Okolona. Hey, Oliver.
Hey, Rebecca. How are you doing today?
I am doing well, and I love finding organizations nestled into our communities across the state that are simply just up to some really good things. And so I saw a push on Facebook from your organization talking about the end of the school years and what y'all were trying to do. And I thought, you know what? Maybe some of us listening can help. So tell us the mission behind Mission Okolona.
Thank you so much. In the spirit of Jesus Christ, we feed hungry residents of Chickasaw County, as well as bordering residents who live in Monroe and Lee County. We've been providing free food every third Saturday of each month for the last 22 years. We also have a food backpack program where we provide a weekend snack bag for students attending Okolona Elementary School. We've been doing that 3 years. And so we found ourselves WTBA came out last Friday and interviewed us, and we had a great response. One lady called and said, meet me at Sam's yesterday morning. She was up for the next 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks after that before summer break. But we're also trying to raise funds to continue our program next school year. So that's what we're doing now, trying to raise funds to, keep our little scholars at Okolona Elementary School fed.
I was reading on your website there, Oliver, that there's like 260 students in kindergarten through fifth grade. So we are talking about kind of a smaller school. I think some of us probably have children that go to much larger, but how large that impact can be just by helping even a smaller subset of students. What are y'all seeing whenever you're able to provide the backpacks? What are these? And then you think it's just a backpack full of food with a few snacks. What are you seeing that this gives those students, or what gap is it bridging is what I'm trying to say?
Yes. One thing about Okolona Elementary School and the entire school district is that every student who attends the school is in the pre-lunch program. So Okolona is, what's left in Okolona's economy is the old furniture industry, and it's kind of died out. So our kids really can benefit from having something to,
Something to supplement the weekend, obviously, is what those backpack programs are for. And there's many throughout the state that sort of focus on that. And anytime we can have that opportunity to help feed kids, I think it's always a good thing when you think about showing up to school, who can learn if they have a hungry belly or if they're going through the weekend. Maybe, they're trying to focus on their sport, or maybe they're trying to focus on their learning, or they're trying to focus on staying out of trouble. But they're hungry. And sometimes that can lead them to paths that we don't want them to go down, right, Oliver? Feeding them's the first step to keeping them safe and then out of trouble. We may have lost Mr. Oliver again. There we go.
Can you hear me?
I can. Yeah, we got you back.
Yes, the kids love getting these bags because the type of items we have in the bags, something they really like, yogurt, pudding, microwavable mac and cheese or ravioli, Slim Jims. We always include a drink in there as well. We try to give them a good variety, popcorn, white cheddar popcorn, they like that. So we try to give them a good variety of items, each weekend, and they really, really like it.
And I know you got this push to the last of the year. You've got like 4 weeks left of school there, and obviously you're looking to the next year. So, Mr. Oliver, how can folks help? What's the easiest way to support Mission Okolona?
We're asking individuals if they would sponsor a child by making a one-time $100 donation, and we're asking companies and other nonprofits if they could donate $250 to sponsor a child. That would be wonderful and go a long ways to help us. And they can either send a check to Mission Okolona at P.O. Box 537, Okolona, Mississippi, 38860. Or they can go on PayPal and just simply use our email address, missionokolona@gmail.com. So that's how they can, contribute and help us out.
In your best Mississippi directions, Mr. Oliver, how do you get to Okolona? If you've never heard, I've heard of it before, but I've never been there. How do you describe how to get to where you guys are at?
Well, we're off of Highway 45, going from West Point to Tupelo, and if you're coming from Houston, you come up Highway 32. Coming from Amory, Mississippi, Highway 41. So we're about 23 miles south of Tupelo. And Okolona is best known for the Battle of Okolona, which was one of the last Civil War campaigns. And we also have a huge Confederate cemetery here. A lot of tourists come to see that. We have some notables who came from Okolona, like Marlon Williams and Commodores, and Mr. Raspberry. I can't think of his last name, but he was a columnist for the Washington Post. And so we a little town that does big things. That's the slogan of Okolona, Mississippi. Wonderful place.
Mr. Oliver, were you born and raised there in Okolona, or are you transplant?
My mom is from Okolona. She met my dad, who was from Hattiesburg in Alcorn State, where I attended as well. And so I was born and raised in Hattiesburg.
And then found your way back to sort of get back to the community, which, again, is the mission there of Mission Okolona. I know as the projects director, looking into the summer, will you guys also have things for the kids while they're out of school that you're focusing on? I know we're pushing to get them fed while they're, rounding out school, but then it can be a long summer for some students.
Yes, we based on our resources this summer, we do want to provide some snack bags to the kids over the summer. So right now, that's just contingent upon the support we get.
That's fair. And that's where people can step up and help if they feel led to, which I know you guys have a great and active Facebook page. They can find you there at Mission Okolona, as well as the other places that you provided, Mr. Oliver. I appreciate your time today.
Yes, you're more than welcome, and thank you, Rebecca, for thinking of us.
Absolutely. There you go. It's always good to find those organizations that are nestled into the big districts, the little districts, and everywhere in between here in our great state. Another place that you can look to is the Mississippi Food Network. They've got a large operating system to where they help with backpacks, too, with a lot of the counties throughout, not all 86, but a big portion of them, 50 or plus or so, with their backpack program. And when you think, gosh, what can just a backpack do? Well, it's theirs. Number one, they get sort of that autonomy with it, and it's usually shelf-stable foods that they don't have to ask for help. A lot of times you'll find these kids, too, they'll keep their backpacks hidden because they don't want it be taken from somebody in their family. These aren't always the best situations, and so it provides a little peace for them. And then sometimes you find out they're sharing with their brothers and sisters or siblings because they need to. So just because you don't see hunger or food insecurity because people aren't waving it around doesn't mean that it's not there and it's not in our communities. And so, again, anytime I feel like we can do our part to help feed students, make sure their bellies are full, they're going to be better learners. They're going to be better students, and it's just going to help propel them to be better at whatever else they choose to do, and at least trying to find food won't be what's taking up their brain space and their mind. But Mission Okolona is one. I know there's probably a organization in your neighborhood just like that that's up to the good work, understanding exactly what their communities need.